Hey y'all, get under the covers and get comfortable because we're about to get intimate. No, not that kind of intimate, but close. Did you know that 3 of the most intimate conversations we can have are sex, mental health, and finances? Probably didn't expect that last one, did you? Financial challenges are actually one of the leading causes of divorce and stress today. A big reason? We don't talk about it. At least not thoroughly anyhow. That's where I come in. Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Marie, a certified wealth coach, best-selling author, and the creator of Bedroom Talks. Get financially intimate. A podcast focused on bringing awareness to the importance of financial intimacy and enticing openness to get real in a judgment-free zone. Together, we're going to cover a multitude of financial topics so you can leap toward financial freedom with confidence. Are you ready? Grab your wine or whatever drink you prefer, and let's unrobe this topic. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Bedroom Talks, where we get financially intimate. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing how to handle financial conflicts in relationships. So here's the truth. Money can be a source of stress and tension in any relationship, but it doesn't have to be that way. By working together and implementing some key strategies, you can overcome financial conflicts. And you can also strengthen your relationship while building a healthy financial future. According to a study by Ramsey Solutions, money is actually the second leading cause of divorce in the United States, following infidelity. Think about that for a minute. In addition, the National Foundation for Credit Counseling did a study, and they found that about 56% of respondents in a relationship had no idea what their partner earned, while 38% had no idea about their partner's debt. That's a huge amount. It's over half of respondents not having any clue what their partner made financially, and almost 40% of respondents having no idea how much debt their partner actually had. Like, that's a lot. It's a lot. So how do we navigate these conflicts? That's the question, right? So I got some strategies for you to start with. So let's talk about it. First thing, set goals together. Okay? When we work together to create a common financial goal and prioritize them, it helps you both to stay on the same page and work together toward a shared vision for your future. How much better is it to have a shared vision for your future versus having a vision that you're focused on and your partner is completely on another page? It can feel very draining and frustrating. So work to come up with some shared visions, some common goals. And you know what? Occasionally, you're going to have a goal that might be slightly different than your spouse, and that's okay too. But come up with some together, okay? Communicate openly. Communicate openly. Having regular conversations about money, including income, expenses, and debt, is so critical. It is so critical in relationships, period. But you know what? This isn't just about relationships with your spouse either. Have these conversations with yourself, especially if you're single and you're looking at getting into a relationship. Start having these conversations with yourself now and have an accountability partner and maybe talk some of this stuff out with your accountability partner. And that'll help prepare you for a relationship. Okay? Another thing that you can do is to work to find a compromise. If you and your spouse or partner have different financial priorities or views, try to kind of see if there's a way to work around and, come to the best compromises possible, or find something that, both of you can be okay with without completely disregarding each person's preferences, views, feelings, anything of that matter, okay? What this can look like is finding the middle ground or taking turns with financial decisions. I know in a lot of the friendship relationships that I have, their spouse may be the person that does all of the finances. And they're just kind of like, hey, just tell me what I can spend. Tell me what my limits are. And that's kind of nice if you don't really care about that. But sometimes it can also be a burden on them. Or sometimes we have, some relationships, you're not able to do that, so to speak. So it's really important to, if you and your spouse are on a different page, you and your partner are on a different page, to see what works best for both of you without just making the other person feel frustrated or like they're unheard. Okay? So when it comes to navigating conflicts in relationships, I love this scripture from Ephesians 4:2, and it says, be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Bear with one another in love. It is sometimes challenging when you're expressing your frustration or expressing your perspective and the other person doesn't understand. That can cause feelings of not being heard, feelings of frustration, and a variety of other things. So the last thing that you want to do is get frustrated with your partner and express that frustration. I mean, sometimes it's going to start to come up. Try to recognize that, pause, and see if you can navigate through that. Otherwise, maybe it's a good idea to stop the conversation, come back to it when you're not as frustrated. Because frustration and anger does not help conversations to be successful, especially when it comes to finances. And remember this, as couples, it's important to remember that it's not about winning or losing, but about finding a solution that works best for both of you. That's a little nugget from Dave Ramsey. Now, before we go, I definitely want to remind you about the free Replenish Your Credit workshop. If you are ready to take control of your finances and learn how to improve your credit, this workshop is for you. Sign up now and take the first step toward building a stronger financial future. Check out the show notes or go to www.financialabundanceblueprint.com/workshop for more information. Thank you for tuning into the Bedroom Talks podcast today. Remember this, by communicating openly, setting goals together, and finding a compromise, you can overcome financial conflicts in your relationship and build a healthy financial future together. We'll be back next week with another episode, so be sure to subscribe and stay tuned.